All right. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, programmers. So for today, we're going to actually discuss about functions in C++. But before that, let me just go over with what we have discussed last week. No, so actually, our discussion last week, particularly in my special class, because they are special children. Joke lang. They are special class kasi sila because our classes is will fall or is actually will fall on Saturdays and in the evening. So we actually had a discussion on array structural modifications. So and this is the our discussion before. So the video tutorial for this one or the video recording for this one is already sent to your GC. And sige, I let me go over this one. Every code, no, not every code, but the codes that are important. Important siya na ma-learn ninyo. Okay. By the way, this program is going to ang first ani is ano siya mga numbers, mag-store og numbers, and then the numbers are altered or pwede mo siya i-edit or modify in an array, of course. And then i-delete na to at the same time, pwede na to siya i-search ang value. So we haven't finished actually the topic, uh, starting with katong gi-convert na namo siya with we converted the I mean we started with the or starting from kanina part, like mag-store na mi og name, gender, age, and so on and so forth. So mo na amo ang di mi nag-stop. Okay, kay last time number lang man to amo ang gibuhat, but this time I'm going to continue the discussion on this, particularly on this part na. Okay, so but before that, allow me to explain it again. So we have the program here, we have the loops here, the do while. So inside of the loops, naa siya switch statement. So na ay case A, case V, case S, that is actually based on the menu kani siya. So which is uh, we can add elements to our array. We can view records. We can search the record. We can also edit the record and delete the record. Particularly name, gender, and age records. Okay, and let's assume these are records of like students. Okay, so yeah, so we can actually include, like, if this is like student, we can include here la tuition. Okay, yeah. Okay, and then so there, after that, the case A right here. Okay, so in the case A, it's going to add records to our arrays for name, for gender, and for age. So since i-apply na tong tuition, we are going to put here, enter tuition. Okay. Input lang sa nato ang tuition. Anyway, by the way, tuition is actually derived. It's actually based on the number of subunits, no, and the per unit. But again, but for now, let's put it this way na input siya from user. So we have here tuition. Okay, so we have here student records successfully stored to array. So I guess familiar man ta ani, no? And then what we have right here is that when the I, so by the way, our I is the loop control variable. Okay, so loop control variable. So this would this would tell our compiler that our I, if it reaches to the capacity or the max capacity of our array on how much it can store only, this would display array is already full, or something like database is already full. So that's what makes it like a limit having only a limited storage. So again, if dili siya mo reach into equal to its capacity or max, then it is just going to keep as the record. And then using the I, so we'll need to increment the I so that the I will increase the value by 1. So starting with, of course, the 0 here, no? Starting with I is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because as we all know, array starts with 0. And then after that, as we keep on adding, it is going to display student record successfully stored to array. Now, right here in the case V is only used for displaying a records, no, of the displaying records to which or that are actually stored to our array. So since we have name, gender, age, and let's include here tuition, yan. So we can have here another one, backslash T, and then uh, have here tuition, and then X. So we just use loops. So this one doesn't have like parang di man ni siya inani ka special. Kasi, I mean, this code doesn't have anything much na special. It's because it's just going to read all the records from starting from 0 up to the loop control variable. So meaning if we have 3 records, 3 times lang mag-loops ato ang for loop and i-concatenate niya every time na siya read from name, from gender, from age, from tuition. And this two string right here is, of course, it's going to convert the value into string, no? Because age and tuition are numeric. Particularly, this is integer, this is double. So upon running this one, okay, so when we run this one, you have here current record for now is 0. And then you have here enter name, let's say Kyle, and then gender, let's say male, age is 16, and then tuition, let's say 8,000.89. So student record successfully stored to array. So you have here current record is 1. So then you have another add, view, search, edit, delete. And then you can keep on adding a record. So let's say A, okay, Anna, a female, and then you have here 12, and then tuition, let's say 5,000, and then current record is 2. If we, upon viewing it, we have there the records of our in our program. So we have here the records Kyle and Anna, which is or which are male 16 and has a tuition of 8,000. Anna female has a tuition of 5,000. Okay, and so on and so forth. So that's it. Okay, and then after that, we can terminate our program. So right here, to ano siyang if you are like parang medyo perfectionist or like OZ sa imong program, you can actually put here a backslash T para everything is every statement is placing well or properly. Okay? So pwede po ta magbutang og mga other things right here, no? Like may uban sa inyo ha na magbutang og mga itawag ani as menu. So pila ni siya ka buok diri. Ang nato siya diri. And then yeah, so siyang tang ano. Ang for a while ha. So and for edit, we have here And then for delete, we have also here like this one and then this one and one more. So you have here nothing follows. There. So probably we'll need to wait for a while. Then lang tayo putag backslash n, and then you have your backslash n, and then let's have here kay nato sa up to 3. Okay, i-run ta nato kadiyot ka. Okay, and then so this is backslash t, and then you have here backslash t, and then for exit we have here backslash t, and then this should have backslash n right here. So there. So okay, what happened here? Ay, okay. So dapat una sa ang master is backslash ndi. I-arrange na nato gamay. Let's remove it here. And then let's see if arrange na ba gamay. Okay, so tanggalan na lang nato ni gamay ang nothing follows og like siguro mga ana. Yan. Okay. So there. Okay? So kulang lang isa ka asterisk siguro. Oh, basta, inana na, okay na na. So now let's go to edit. We're done with adding and viewing. Let's go now to edit. So in the edit, as you can see, we have also here and options for our user to type either or to edit via index or to edit via a value or through a value. So if the user types on 0, the user will or the program is going to type or edit the value by index as well as search by value. But as you can see on editing, you have again 0 or either one by index and by value respectively. Let's start with by index. So you have also the the condition here that if the user enters the range of an index value, then it this would give us like num index is found kasi num man to last time, but this time we're going to display the name, the age, the tuition, and the ano of the students. So we can have here, let's say, sige, kopyahon na to ning sige tama, okay, di na ta mag-arrange. So let's just have here name. Okay, name, and you have here name backslash t, and then you have name index. All right. So let's have here the gender, and then the age, and then you have here the tuition. Let's change this to gender. This is to change it to age, and then this will be changed to tuition. So again, so that you are able to understand this program right here, what we are actually doing right now. You just have to uh, watch it, watch the entire session that I actually sent yesterday in our GC. So, yan, that is search by index. Okay. Now, let's say if we are going to search by value, all we just need to do is we are going to copy the same. So, i-copy na to ni. And then right here in the value, okay. So, you have here, uh, this is search, no? So, value not found. So, this is the case in the value or searching for a value. Kasi it depends on you, no, as a programmer, whether unsa imuhang ipa-search na value. Let's say, syempre, we don't have to, if we're going to use like gender, age, or tuition, there is a possibility that all, like if you're going to type or key in male, so all of the values like male will be displayed, or those students who have actually male gender will be displayed. So the best variable that we are going to use here for searching is name. But it would be better if you have like ID number, because ID number is unique. Kasi in the case na I name na magkapare-pareha, and we cannot get rid of that, no? Like we cannot get rid of that kung na I name na pareha, like Kyle and then I other Kyle, or Anna or Jan. So let's say if the possibility of, or the probability of having names na pare-pareha, the atong program can only look for the first occurrence. Meaning, kung unsa lang tong first na na-read niya, first value na na-read sa atong program, mao lang tong i-search. So, dapat na-advertise something in our variable or something in our date, parang we maintain in our array na dapat unique. So, mao tong student ID. Okay? In database, we call it primary key, or unique dapat na siya. But this time, let's stick to name, and let's have name lang as, let's assume na name is unique. So here, okay, the first thing you will see here is you type a value to search. And then after that, when the value is actually not found, so it is not going to change if it is still in the parang if it's not going to go here, no? So ma-change siya if maano siya sa loop. Okay, so instead of having if else pa, so maglisod ano naman gud to siya. So but this time, let's have here, or let's change this to name. So name is not found kasi we are going to use name to look for a valued initial value. Okay? And then this time right here, using loop, starting with 0 up to the I, which is atong I, mao nang counter control loop, or sorry, loop control variable. That is our basis for looking at the instance of the name. So once the value is going to match the elements, same with the elements there under sa name na array, we are going to display that it is found there. But instead of it is found at index blah, 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 what we are going to do is let's display here. Okay. So we have here cout or since we use hold to represent that, we can actually use hold instead. So atong buhaton diri is i-hold na lang natin ni hold plus equals, and this will be plus, this will be plus, this will be plus, and then we use toString for this one. So ato na i-plus, also this one plus, put ni siya, and at the same time we have here plus. So but we'll need to convert this into toString, not toString. But again, you can use cout for this one. Okay. If in case na toString is not going to work in your and as a method in that particular version of your C++ compiler. So right here, display na niya unsa tong mga na information about that student with that name, gender, age, and tuition. So we can actually run our program. Okay, so na part na error which is what happened? Saan ito yung error? Tuition index. Asay part, asang error dire? Right, sab. Line. First, nag-appear ang adding into string does not append to the string. Okay, let's look on the tuition, double tuition. Okay, so the error comes here in, okay, so we have age index and then tuition index. La, ay, okay, this one. Kaya na-aday plus, wala na ito na-edit. So this is plus. What else? This one. Okay, so let's, okay, the other error is also with the value. Kasi ang value, I guess, it's actually an integer. So, yan pala. So, we'll need to change this one to a string. Kasi the name is actually a string. So, let's change this to string. So, let's have it here. Equals, yan. Okay. And then, let's run the program now. So, I guess the same. Okay na ni siya. Okay. What else ang error niya? Okay. There are also error with regards to this one kasi na-assign na to siya sa num index value which is kung if we look into it, we have here num. So let's fix all of these things right here. Kani. So kasi ang value now is now string instead of num kasi it's no longer integer. Kasi we'll need to remove, delete this one, supposed to be. So, i-remove na nato ni siya. And then, let's have here directly to edit. So, in the edit part, we'll need to, so since index ni siya, type new value for name. Ayan. So, right here, ang mahitabo would be type new value for yan, name index. And then we'll do the same for gender also. So we'll do for gender. So I edit by index na siya. So we'll type new value for gender. So in case i-edit niya appeal ang gender, dili lang name. And then how about for age? We're also going to allow the user to, if ever, mag-edit siya via age. But this time, the value is actually, since value is now a string, so we'll need to have another variable here, which is, so age value. So this is for the value of the age. So you can have name value, age value, gender value, but we can actually use value instead. Kay naka-string na ang value for string. And then for age, kay integer man si age, so you have age value. And then for tuition, let's have here tuition value. Okay, so let's go back right here. And then let's change this to uh, age value. Yan. And then after that, so since kani di ay, by the way, if you try to look at it, atong value sa name and gender kay the same. Okay? So meaning to say, wala pa na change ang value ni name. Wala po na, diri po wala na change ang value ni gender. So actually, if you are going to like do this one, name is equal to index, then the value, what will happen then is the name, the last value of value is actually gender. So might as well atong buhaton ani is every time after mag-input ta for name kay same variable atong gigamit for gender and for name. So we are going to do this kani. Now name is equal to, this is for gender. Kasi we expect na ang value ni ang value diri ni value will be either katong male or female. And then for new value for age, so we'll use the age value. So right here, we're going to use age index is equal to age value. Okay. Now for the tuition, we can have here so type new value for tuition. So we'll use tuition value. Okay, and then put it here. So this will be tuition. Okay, and then after that, we can now say that students' records or student, let's remove this one. Student records was changed successfully. Okay. All right, so there you are. Otherwise, it is invalid. This is for edit, okay? And we do the same for even though edit by value. This is edit by index. We use index to edit the value of a certain student record or a record of certain student. Right here, what we are going to do is, so since value is already a string, so let's change this to value. And then after that, this one right here is, ipulihan natin ni by name. Okay, kasi we'll need to compare the value and the name. Once okay siya, or once makita niya, so we'll do the same for edit. So, yan. Actuala ni siyang i-refactor, ay i-indentation or indentation change. Ayan. So, right here, let's have here hold. Okay, hold naman ito nagamit diri, no? So, we have here hold equals student records. Okay, sige. What is the problem with this one? Okay, okay, wala pa niya na-compile og tarong. Anyway, later on, mawala na siya ang error. For that delete, okay, ang delete na to is we actually do cascade delete. So what is cascade delete? Ang cascade delete, allow me to explain it to you a little bit, but I've discussed this one itong sa video na akong gisend sa inyo, ha. So ang cascade delete is actually like this, no? Like 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, let's say 3. And then if we are going to delete like 5, let's say delete ni mo ni si 5. So what happens when you delete 5 is in array, you cannot go delete directly 5. So what we can do is we perform cascade delete. So instead of deleting it, we replace it with the value next after it or next to it. So what's the value next to it? 6. So ipulihan siya value ni 6, and then si 6 pulihag value ni 9, and then si 9 pulihag value ni 10, and then si 10 pulihag value ni 3. Okay? However, napana siya isa ka value na 3, making it na na-duplicate ng value ni 3. So we cannot remove 3 again. Okay? Though nawala na si 5, kaya napulihan na siya new value, we can only make 3 as like in other 3 ha, kaning isa ka 3, kaya na-duplicate naman, like inaccessible. So, na-explain ko na ako ni dito, or unreachable. Okay, unreachable. So, what do you mean inaccessible and unreachable? So, i dili na nato ipakita si, sorry, wrong spelling. Dili na nato ipakita og appeal si 3. Okay? Kaning last value na 3 by decrementing the value of I. Diba, remember our I is the loop control variable. So from there na ato ang current records as of the moment is, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So upon deleting 5, dapat ang number of records nato kay 5 kay nag-delete naman tag isa ka record. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dili lang taman. So wala natong isa ka appeal ta 3. Otherwise kung dili nimo na buhaton sa imong cascade, di ka mag cascade delete niya, dili ka mag ano ani, you cannot achieve that. So naagi hapoy mo display na 3. So that is why we'll have to decrement the value by the I by 1. So right here, uh, in order for us to perform Cascade Delete, this is what will happen. So every value after every value of the starting with the value that is going to be deleted is or will be replaced by the value next to it. Mo nang natay plus 1. So like for an instance, the value next after 5 is 6. Para ma-access nato ang 6, mag plus 1 ta sa index ni 5. So i-replace niya si 6, si 5. Then same with 9, i-replace niya tong value na 6, and then si 10 with 9, and then 3 with 10. Mo nang gibuhat, mo na siyang naa siya plus 1. And then, by the way, mag-minus 1 ta because, okay, nag-minus 1 ta because pag-RE index out of bounds siya. Though sa C++ wala RE index out of bounds, sa other programming language man god, if you try it, or if you're going to try, especially Java, mag-throw siya og error. So, RE index out of bounds ang tawag na to, ana. So now, atong buhaton instead of kay since record naman sa students, we'll just have to change this to this one, no? So from here, here. So let's change this to gender. This is age, and this is tuition, and then this is gender, and this is tuition. Okay. All right, so after this, we can now tell our user that the student records was deleted successfully from our array. And then we'll do the same for edit by value. Only that, siyempre sa value, okay, so sa value is, ayan. Value. A value record was deleted successfully. Okay. Or butangan na to apostrophe S. Ayan. Okay, and then, by the way, I have introduced in my class, the two ways on how to actually delete the value, delete the records by value. The other one is actually there sa kani. And this one is the other one, which is nadri ang cascade delete. But the first one is ang cascade delete is in the if condition. So as you can see, in the if condition, we only have break statement here. But again, sumatotal the same na na siya. So from here, we'll just change this to name, and then indent sa nato. So let's have here X, X, and then X. Ay, sorry. Na naman ay diri na sa part. So tanggalon na nato na diri na part mag-edit. So second katong din second technique ni. So we have here a plus 1, so on and so forth. All right. So I guess this is okay now. Let's try to run our program para ma-compile og tarong. Okay, so there are things na errors sa age ay kasi age din. So the same here. Okay, run again. Okay, so current record na to for now is 0. So select A. So let's say gal and then female. Enter age 23. Tuition is let's say 6,000. Okay, A. Mart, male. So 16. Tuition is 9,000. Yan. So current record na to is 2. So add tag record more. So let's say Kyle. So male, gender is let's say 23. Tuition is 5,000. And then current record na to is 3. Let's add some more. So let's say Anna. And then female. And then age na to is let's say 12. And then tuition is 7,000. And then let's add another one. Let's say Ken. So gender is male. Age is 45. And then tuition is 6,500. So if we are going to add one more, so it will tell you array is already full. So nakabutan rin, array is already full. Current record is 5 because our capacity is only up to 5. Okay, so and then if you're going to view it, so nanatay, name, gender, and age with the tuition. So pwede na ito na i-extract ang ano into 2 decimal places lang. Anyway, that is not important for now. So we have here these values, Gal, Mart, Kyle, Anna, and Ken. And then if we're going to like search for a value, so let's try. So search by index. So let's say search na to si Mart, that is index 1. So record name, Mart, gender, male, so tama. Okay. And then let's say search yapon ta, but this time by value. So let's choose 1. So type a value to search. Let's say si Anna atong i-search. So si Anna, and then Anna is not found. What happened? But he displays si Mart. Okay, let's look into that one. I-note na to. So we have si edit by, search by value, wala na tarong. Okay, ano na to na, i-fix na to later on. So i-try sa atong edit. So edit by index. Okay, so you have here edit by index. Let's say i-edit na to si Anna. So Anna is actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Type new value. Uy, Ken. So we have Anna instead of Ken ang ni-edit. So napoy something wrong sa tuang pag-edit sa value. Edit by index. So try na to sa change. So let's say we have Lovely, and then si Ken is dapat female, 24, and then 8. So let's say i-retain na to 6,500. So check na to kung okay, ang na-edit yun instead of si Anna is si katujud si Ken. So let's also look into that one. So sa delete, try na to sa delete. So delete na by index. So let's say i-delete na to si Anna 4. So student record was deleted successfully from array, or might as well mas okay kung ibutang na to kinsa ang na-delete, but we can actually view it. So ang na-delete instead of si Anna, ang na-delete si Ken. O napoy something wrong sa to ang deletion. So delete pud ta via a value. Try na to si Ana kay di jud siya ma-delete. So instead, yan, si Ana, Anna's record was deleted successfully from your array. Let's try to look into it. So, yan. So tama ato ang delete by value, pero mali atong delete by index. And at the same time, mali ato ang edit, duha ka edit. Okay, let's look into it. Unahon sa nato sa delete na part. So in the delete na part, we have here, ano naman to, delete by index. So you have here A. Okay. Ay, yeah. Unsa to error na to? Delete by index, delete by value. Unsa to error na to, class? Hello? Ay, nag-unsa naman mo dire, naglahi man yung gipang chat-chat dire. Hi, hello. Paningog kuno mo.
Sir. No, sir.
Unsa to?
Yes, sir.
Delete by index ang error na to?
Yes, sir.
Delete by index. Sure ha? So delete by index ang error. Try daw na to. Kay bas atong i-check, double check lang. 1A, A, 32, and then A, B, P, and then 4 and 5. So let's have here view. So i-delete na to si index 1. So delete index 1, index 0. So A dapat ma-delete. So student record was deleted successfully. So 0. So dapat mawala si A. Ang mabilin si B na lang. View. Tama man rin itong delete by index. Ang mali lang na to ang edit. Ang duha ka edit. Okay, let's check on this one. Index. Okay, index is equal to value, age value. Okay, so far wala yung problem with our edit by index. Ay, tuara. Edit by value ang error nato. Okay? Kasi we still use index instead of x. So dapat si x na diri ang naa. Kani jud si x, no? Bisan asa naa jud siya. So anyway, kasi ang index nato is ang unsa tong last value sa index mao jud to ang i-follow. So dapat x ni diri. So gusto jud mo balik ang x nato ano. So ibutan na nato si x nato diri. So x, and then x. Okay, so let's have another, or let's run another, let's run na lang. I-run na to. Balik. So A, Mart, mail, and then 16, 5,000, and then let's have here add, Anna. Sige, ma-delete na ni si Anna ron. Okay, and then age 23, and then tuition 6,000. Let's add one more. So let's say Ken, male, and then by 34, and then 8,000. So let's view. So i-delete na to i-edit na to si Anna or si Ken or si Anna atong i-edit. So working man ato ang search. So sa edit na part index of Anna is 1. Okay? So type an index from 0 to 1. Let's say 1. So type an index, a new value for Anna. So si Anna, meaning dara, tama na siya. So let's have here calf. So female, female lang gyapon siya. Let's retain it. And then 23, let's say 45. And then instead of 6,000, mahimo na daw 3,000. Okay, so student record was successfully changed to, oh, wala ito. Anyway, tanggalon na to ng 2 later on. So check na to kung na-change ba yun si Ana into Kath. So there, na-change na si Ana into Kath. So let's try adding lovely email and 6,000. And then, i-view na to, i-edit na to si Ken, kana siya apostrophe. Okay? So, let's edit Ken by index. Okay na to by index, by value na punta. So, let's type Ken with apostrophe. So, type new value for Ken. So, tama na. So, Kenneth, and then male, gihapon, and then this time 35 na siya. And then from 10,000, it would be 8,000 to 10,000. So, let's view. So, there, si Kenneth is now changed to Kenneth, but before it was actually Ken. And then, delete nato siya. Try nato delete by index. So, we are going to delete Mart. So, that's the first index. So, let's view. Dapat mawala na si Mart. Ayun. And then, let's delete Kenneth, which is index 1. So, let's delete by value. So, ang pangalan is Kenneth. Kenneth. Okay. So, Kenneth's record was deleted successfully from your array. Let's view. So, there you are. We don't have Kenneth anymore. Okay. So, yeah, that's it for the array structural modification. Now, of course, we still have a lot of things to do for this one. Ato ning puhon, no, in our next topic, we will get back to this one. Atong buhaton for this code or for this program will be i-store nato ni siya permanently using a file handling. So for now, let's have the new topic, which is function. So butang na ako ng backslash t para tungod-tungod ilahang tungod ang ang placement sa cout. Okay, so that would be all for this, which is mo ni ang the topic na nabili na mo for my special class. Okay, so ako alam po ni i-upload at the same time, and make sure to watch. So connect, continuation ni siya, continuation ni siya sa katong gisend na ko na video yesterday. Okay, so wala daw ning new value mo nang nag-error siya. May nagka-warning. Anyway, as you can see, you have here statements or like what they call this one, mga statements na balik-balik or codes na balik-balik at some cases. So for an instance, kaning if option 0 is equal to if option 0, option 1, if index is greater than 0 or index is less than 1, so balik po na siya diri sa another case, lara, and at the same time balik po siya. And then right here kani balik po ni siya diri sa diri. Okay? So kung napansin niyo medyo balik-balik iyahang naay part sa program na daghan og balik-balik. So we don't do that in our program. In as much as possible, we will need to organize them in a method or a function, which is that it would be our next topic. We can actually do that now. However, okay, like kani po function, balik po na siya dire, balik po siya. Okay, and then almost everything is makita na to balik-balik ang codes. So that is our next topic for today. So which is function or method. So I'm just going to cut the recording up to this, but before that, any questions so far? You have any questions muna? May questions, class? Kung saling ibutang dire. Paningog ko no mo.
Wala, sir.
Wala? Sige, walay question.
Excuse me, sir.